Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jack Edwards and this is the very imaginatively titled Jackuary. Jackuary is basically where I'm trying, emphasis on trying, to upload to this YouTube channel every weekday this month. For today's video I actually have some clips which I filmed back at the beginning of the month, but there wasn't that much order to them. Like, I watched them back and they just didn't really make sense, but it was like the most fun week, so I wanted to share it with you still and kind of salvage it a little bit by explaining it to you right now. So, if it's alright with you, I thought that's what we would do, but for now, roll the title sequence.
On tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen, we have something that's gonna make you sick.
Super excitingly, today's video is in collaboration with ABTA. ABTA is basically this incredible organisation which makes sure that you can travel with confidence. Travel companies can apply to be part of ABTA, and that basically means that ABTA will protect their clients. So it's all focused on the consumer. So in my own personal experience, last summer I was travelling in an area where there was quite a lot of political uncertainty and unrest. Because I was travelling with an ABTA partner brand, I knew that I was going to be fine, and I think being confident and feeling secure when you're travelling is the most important thing ever. So when you're booking your next trip, make sure to look out for the ABTA logo. It looks a lot like this. In fact, it looks exactly like this. And if the brand has the rights to use that logo, basically it means that you can travel with them with confidence. And especially at the moment, it is very important to travel with confidence because of the kind of uncertainty of the current UK political system. Just no one knows what's going to happen, so it is so much better to be kind of reassured that everything is going to be okay when you travel. Also, especially reassuring if you're a young person traveling on your own for the first time, or if you just want to make sure that you're definitely going to be safe. And actually, there's a very good article on the ABTA blog about how to travel as a young person and kind of like your first times traveling. It kind of gives you like problems you may encounter and then a direct solution, which is, for me, ideal. We need answers, and ABTA have them. I'll leave a link to that down below actually, because I think a lot of you would find that very useful. ABTA are also incredibly giving away an Apple Watch, so you know, you don't miss the flight, you can keep track of the times. And that giveaway is over on their website, so I will leave a link down below. For now, let's cut to me on the 2nd of January, introducing what I thought was going to be the vlog of that day. Take it away, former Jack. Today is... what day of the week is it? I don't even know. Set myself up for a fall there, didn't I? But it's the 2nd of January and I am so tired. I don't know why, because like I didn't really do anything yesterday. Like New Year's Eve was so much fun, but then I spent pretty much all of yesterday just like recovering. And I know that jokes about how like I haven't showered since last year are not funny at all, but I actually haven't showered since last year, and it's day 2 of the year. That's just gross. That's actually just unhygienic and unpleasant for everyone around me. But I'm very much seeing yesterday as like the free trial run of the year. I had my free trial, I didn't cancel it, we're still going. Yeah, I think I'm ready to take on this year. But basically I've got a really fun couple of days, and so I thought that I would vlog it, and I will see you when I am hopefully cleaner. This is what I'm wearing today. I'm actually wearing blue jeans, which is very rare for me, but I bought these recently and I kind of like them. However, when you're so used to wearing like black jeans all the time, I just feel like when I look at these, it looks wrong on my body. But yeah, I feel a little bit more human now that I've actually showered. So what I'm going to do now is head up to London. Basically, 3 or 4 of my friends have come home from years abroad in Taipei, France, Italy, all over the place, and so I'm going to go and meet them because I haven't seen them for such a long time. I'm so excited. And also, the stars of reunions have aligned because everyone from the Wooden Spoon podcast is free and in the country today. Jade is back from San Francisco, where she's studying at university at the moment, so we're meeting after Eve finishes work because she's a freaking lawyer now. Everyone is just absolutely smashing it, and I'm so excited to see them because I just adore those people with my whole heart. So that is what I'm going to do. I've just pulled a leaf off my plant. Oh, she's okay, I'm coming. I've got to head to the station. I am literally editing my video on the bus. This is not ideal. So I got to London, met up with my friends in a market. We sat down to have some food and I was like, right, what's the plan for today? They were like, oh, we think we might go ice skating, we might do this, we might do that, but we have had an interesting idea. And that idea was to do a James Bond rib experience on the Thames, which is just so random, but we were like, that sounds like an incredible idea. And so that's what we did. Oh, things just got interesting. So we have basically spontaneously booked a James Bond river experience, which could go one of two ways, and one of the ways is me in the Thames, so we'll keep you updated. Oh, beaut!
They don't look too happy, do they? They look really cold, actually.
Yeah, they do look freezing.
This is our job. This is what we're going to do after uni.
Oh my god. The RIB experience was actually so much fun. It went way faster than I was actually expecting, but it was a really cool way of getting to see all of the London landmarks kind of all in one go. So if you're going to London and want to see pretty much everything, that is a good way to do it. And then it was time for my second big reunion of the day with the cast of The Wooden Spoon. Oh, hey! I even coerced Ruby, Jade and Eve to film a TikTok with me.
You should get the orange soda. It's amazing. Okay.
What would you ladies like to drink?
Orange soda, please.
I'll have the strawberry soda.
Me too. Strawberry soda.
I am so shocked.
And that is, quite honestly, my favourite thing of all time. I then had a bit of a rush, bit of a panic to get the last train back home. I made it home at like 1 AM, which was a massive relief because I was flying to France that day. I managed to get a little bit of sleep and then packed in the morning about an hour before I had to leave for my flight. Okay, it is 5 AM. Am I packed yet? No. We are making progress though, slowly but surely. That is honestly just classic me. So, why did I fly to France? I hear you not asking. I'm assuming that you're thinking it. Basically, I was invited to do an immersive French experience where basically you get to live in the French Alps with a French family and they help to improve your French. So they just speak to you in French all the time. Now, I didn't actually know any French, but I absolutely love languages. Like I did Spanish and Latin at school and just found them so fun. And I did a little bit of French when I was at primary school, but that was mostly just me chanting biscuit, biscuit, biscuit. So I asked if there was any way they could do a beginner course and they were so happy to facilitate it, and Carol was like the best teacher. Basically each day I would have a lesson with Carol in the chalet. It was super laid back and chilled and just so easy going, and so I felt like I picked it up quite quickly because the way that she teaches is kind of through games and it's all very practical, which is definitely the way that my brain takes in information. So I found the classes so fun. Like I just love learning so much, and so this was so up my street. So we just wrapped up my second French lesson, basically going over je suis and je ne sais pas. Oh, and we also did like what mood you're in and how old you are and stuff. So like things that I can use, especially like while we're skiing and stuff. So that's super cool because of the kind of immersive element where we're on the slopes. Like just asking someone, oh, are you hot? Are you cold? Like all of that kind of thing. Are you hungry? Je femme? I think that's very useful for like everyday use. I think those things are the things that will definitely stick in the old noggin. And then when we weren't doing the French lessons, we were out skiing for the day, which was just so much fun. And so here are some clips of that. Wow, I really said all red everything today. Or should I say rouge? Weren't expecting that, were ya? This is a very red outfit. I can't lie. You know why that is? Because I'm ready. I'm ready to go skiing. I'm ready. We then headed out to the slopes for the day, and Morzine is just the most beautiful place. Look at these views. We are quite literally on top of the world right now. And then spent the afternoon skiing to our heart's content. This is just pure joy. I can't think of anything better to do. So this here is Avoria, and basically the buildings are built to sort of mimic and emulate the surrounding area. So they're sort of meant to look a bit like mountains, so that when you look at them from far away you don't really notice that the village is there. So it's sort of just as like mimetic to the landscape, I guess, which is, I think, very cool. We've had a very necessary stop at this very cool little bar. Doing slightly more après than ski currently, but we'll return to the slopes at some point in the foreseeable future. Santé! Now, I am such a foodie, and so a real highlight of this trip for me was the fact that we lived with a chef. As in, my teacher was Carol, her husband Fred was a chef. And so the food, oh my god, it was just insane. We had like raclette and steaks and these homemade crepes, which were just incredible. Incredible? No, I can't make it work. Basically, Fred made these homemade savory crepes, and he had the like all the equipment and stuff just at home. It was so cool to actually watch crepes being made as well. I was genuinely just standing there watching him with my jaw like gaping open because it was just so cool, and also tasted absolutely phenomenal. Good morning, it is day 3 of skiing and learning French and living my best life. Today we are going to head up to the slopes, and then I think today my French lesson is going to be in a bar, so that should be good fun, and it looks like another beautiful one, so I, for one, am excited. This is where we're staying for the week. How beaut is this chalet? Oh my lord. So this morning, Carol has taken us to all of the secret slopes, the secret pistes. They're not really a secret, but it's kind of like the ones that the local people know about because they're quiet and tourists tend not to come up here because the chairlifts are a bit older, and it's kind of like a tricky drive to get to. So we are enjoying what they are missing. And basically the slopes are like so empty, and we've got the pistes all to ourselves. Piste rouge and piste noire. There you go, that's a bit of French for you. Truly the height of laziness, currently on. Whoa, a ski train. I can't think of many bad things about skiing, but a button lift, drag lift, teleski, whatever you want to call it, is definitely the only one. Wow. We're just stopping for some lunch. We were going to hike up to the top of that point there, but there were kind of like danger signs, and we didn't really want to cause an avalanche while we have our lunch. Anyway, we're now down here and we're gonna have a feast. Handstand with skis on, let's go. Oh. So I've just ordered, this was my final challenge, was to order some pastries from the boulangerie, and I think potentially we might have everything that we wanted. Hopefully we didn't open it and it's something that's just completely different to what everyone asked for, but hopefully that is a success. Morzine was such a beautiful little town. I absolutely loved being there. It was just, yeah, incredible. The whole thing was just amazing, and I'm sure you're all on the edge of your seats to know whether I got our boulangerie order correct, and I did. I freaking did. And like, I know that may not sound that impressive, but I spoke French to an actual French person and they actually understood what I meant. After 3 days, that felt so cool. I think French is such a beautiful language and I'm definitely going to continue learning it in my own time. But my favourite French lesson of all was our final one, and that is because it took place in a bar. We're just doing a French lesson in a bar. We've got a pitcher of beer. It's a good time. So yeah, that is kind of how my January started. I'm glad I could finally share these clips with you. I finally managed to put it into a video. It was such a good way to start the year and definitely set a tone for a good old 2020. So thank you very, very much for watching this video. Thank you so, so much to ABTA for working with me. I think what you do is wonderful. Like I said, look out for this little logo so you know that you can travel with confidence, and check out the ABTA website and blog for more information on how you can do that. I will link it all down below. And don't forget, they're giving away an Apple Watch, so you got to be in it to win it, my friends. Like I said, thank you so, so much for watching this video. Give it a like if you liked it, and subscribe for more from me. I will see you at 5 PM tomorrow. Bye-bye!
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.